Is Walmart's food supply as trustworthy as you think? If you've noticed that shelves seem emptier than usual or have concerns about the quality of certain products, you're not alone. Shoppers across the country are starting to ask questions and uncovering some surprising truths. What's really happening behind the scenes of Walmart's food supply chain? Are some items disappearing for a reason, or is there something more troubling at play? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on what's really going on. From hidden quality issues to unexpected supply disruptions, we're breaking it all down for you. If you care about what you're putting in your cart and ultimately on your table, you won't want to miss this deep dive into Walmart's food secrets. Stick with us as we reveal the facts every shopper deserves to know. 1. The hidden impact of dark stores on your grocery choices. Have you noticed your favorite Walmart shelves looking a little emptier lately? You're not imagining things. One of the biggest changes in the grocery world right now stems from Walmart's shift toward dark stores, a strategy designed to meet the rising demand for online grocery shopping. While it sounds innovative, the impact on your local store's food availability is more complicated than it seems, and not necessarily in a good way. Dark stores are essentially former retail spaces that Walmart transforms into micro-fulfillment centers. These locations are optimized for speed, with a laser focus on picking and packing online orders as quickly as possible. But here's the catch. Unlike regular stores that prioritize shelf diversity for in-person shoppers, dark stores use a different inventory system altogether. They focus heavily on high-turnover items like popular snacks or essentials, while deprioritizing products with slower sales or special storage needs. This can mean fewer choices for your online orders and empty spots on the shelves in traditional locations. Ever wondered why that one item you love seems perpetually out of stock? Now you know. Dark stores could be the reason. Even more concerning is how these dark store conversions affect local communities. When a traditional Walmart store closes to make way for one of these fulfillment centers, it's not just about reduced convenience. Many communities end up losing access to fresh produce, meats, and dairy due to the shift in inventory priorities. For areas where Walmart serves as the primary grocery option, this change can leave families with limited choices or push them toward less fresh or processed alternatives. If you still shop in person, you might also notice a dip in food quality. Fresh items, like fruits and vegetables in traditional stores, often take a back seat because dark stores place a greater emphasis on non-perishable goods. And for online orders, the focus is often on getting the job done fast, prioritizing speed over ensuring fresher selections. Another issue is Walmart's practice of reallocating inventory between stores and online orders to meet growing e-commerce demand. This means products meant for physical locations are sometimes shifted to fulfill online purchases. Shoppers who prefer to browse in person might find shelves dramatically understocked, forcing them into online shopping out of sheer necessity instead of preference. The long-term implications don't stop there. Dark stores not only alter your shopping experience, but also redefine local economies. Traditional stores create jobs and support customer interactions, whereas dark stores cut jobs by automating processes and reducing staff on site. This changing landscape affects small towns and cities where Walmart jobs play a crucial role in the local economy. To wrap up, while dark stores seem designed for speed and innovation, they are reshaping food availability, and not always in the consumer's favor. Keep an eye on how your local Walmart evolves, because behind those seemingly endless convenience options, there's more going on than meets the eye. 2. The shocking truth about ingredients in Walmart's food. Did you know that some of the food products in your cart are packed with artificial ingredients, and not just for the reasons you might think? Beyond cutting costs, Walmart's increasing reliance on synthetic additives like preservatives and flavorings is creating surprising ripple effects that few people are aware of. Economic pressures are one factor driving this trend. Every major retailer wants to keep prices competitive, but Walmart takes cost-cutting to an art form. This often forces their suppliers to find shortcuts, one of the most common being the use of cheaper artificial ingredients. Think of synthetic vanillin, a substitute for expensive vanilla extract. It's widely used in baked goods, and while it saves costs, it contributes to a growing health debate. Other additives like emulsifiers, food dyes, and synthetic preservatives are all part of this playbook, helping suppliers meet Walmart's low price demands. But lowering costs isn't where the story ends. Some companies reformulate their products, quietly swapping out natural ingredients for artificial ones while using clever marketing to distract consumers. Labels like low-fat or gluten-free stand out on packaging, making you think you're buying a healthier product. Meanwhile, a closer look at the ingredient list might reveal terms like hydrogenated oils or sodium benzoate, not exactly the wholesome ingredients many expect. This subtle shift in product formulations raises questions about how transparent brands, including Walmart's private labels, are when it comes to what you're really eating. Another driving factor is consumer behavior itself. More of us are asking for foods that last longer and are quick to prepare. Preservatives, synthetic flavor boosts, and stabilizers become key tools for manufacturers catering to these demands. At the same time, Walmart needs shelf-stable products to compete against low-cost competitors and online retailers. This focus on shelf life means fresh, minimally processed items risk becoming a casualty of the race for efficiency and profits. Even if you're okay with preservatives for convenience's sake, there are health concerns tied to certain artificial additives. Studies have linked some synthetic food dyes and preservatives to potential health risks, particularly for children. Reactions like hyperactivity or allergy risks are just the tip of the iceberg. Long-term exposure to these chemicals has raised red flags about possible links to metabolic issues and other chronic conditions. But why do these additives keep showing up in products? One less talked about reason is the lack of stringent regulation around terms like natural or wholesome. Manufacturers can label products in ways that suggest health benefits without fully disclosing synthetic contents. Consumers are often left to decipher what's truly natural with little help from the labels. For Walmart's private label products, these practices could create trust issues in the long run. As people become more informed about what's in their food, they're likely to push back against brands that prioritize cost-cutting over purity. The question is, will retailers like Walmart adjust? Or will they continue to quietly tweak ingredient lists to keep prices low while compromising quality? 3. Are food safety standards falling through the cracks? When shopping at Walmart, you trust that the food you purchase is fresh, safe, and handled properly, but what if that isn't always the case? Underreported issues with how Walmart stores manage food storage and handling are raising serious red flags, and the implications for consumer health might be bigger than you think. One major issue lies in temperature control failures. Refrigerated and frozen foods must be stored at specific temperatures to remain safe. Yet there have been reports of malfunctioning refrigeration units in Walmart stores across the country. Even small temperature fluctuations can promote bacterial growth, especially in perishable items like dairy meats and frozen goods. This could lead to foodborne illnesses lurking undetected in the products customers bring home. Disturbingly, these issues don't always result in obvious changes to the appearance of food. A carton of milk or a pack of ground beef might look completely fine, but if temperature standards aren't consistently maintained, the safety of these items is compromised. The problem deepens when you consider staff training. While some Walmart stores commit to thorough food safety education, others seem to lack consistent training protocols. For instance, employees might not be taught critical practices like proper stock rotation. This can lead to older products being left on the shelves longer than they should, meaning you could end up purchasing items that are well past their expiration date. Cross-contamination is another glaring issue. Items like raw meat may be improperly handled or stored above ready-to-eat foods, creating health hazards that aren't obvious to the casual shopper. Local regulations add yet another layer of complexity. Because food safety protocols differ widely from state to state, the standards at one Walmart store might be vastly different from another. Some locations may operate under lax enforcement, resulting in a higher likelihood of oversight failures. Health inspections, if inconsistent, could allow problematic storage and handling practices to persist unchecked for months. The lack of uniformity isn't just inconvenient, it could pose a very real threat to public health. What can you do? Be vigilant when shopping at Walmart. Check expiration dates carefully, examine packaging for signs of wear, and if anything feels off, consider speaking to store managers. The safety of your family's food isn't something you can afford to overlook. 4. The hidden environmental costs of Walmart's food sourcing. While Walmart is known for its low prices, what consumers often don't see is the environmental price tag attached to its food sourcing practices. Beneath the surface, Walmart's operations are fueling a wave of sustainability issues that are taking a toll on the planet. And they're hiding in plain sight? One of the biggest culprits? Long-distance shipping. Walmart sources many of its food products globally, transporting items from countries where production costs are lower. While this reduces costs for consumers, it significantly increases greenhouse gas emissions. Fresh foods like produce, seafood, and packaged goods often require months of shipping in refrigerated containers. Even those farm-fresh apples might have racked up thousands of miles, emitting vast amounts of CO2 along the way. Every trip made by airplanes, ships, and trucks adds to the industry's already massive carbon footprint. Walmart's suppliers also play a major role in this environmental dilemma. Many fail to adhere to sustainable farming practices, favoring strategies like over-farming and monocropping, which strip essential nutrients from the soil over time. These methods make land less fertile, depleting ecosystems and harming nearby wildlife. Certain crops, like avocados and almonds, exacerbate the issue because they require huge amounts of water to grow, often in areas already experiencing water scarcity. On top of that, the heavy use of pesticides and fertilizers by some of Walmart's suppliers contaminates local water supplies, creating long-lasting harm to communities and wildlife populations. The low prices you see at Walmart come with hidden costs. These environmental damages don't show up on your receipt, but they do impact your quality of life through higher healthcare costs linked to pollution, or increased water bills as local resources are strained. While Walmart has made commitments to improve its sustainability practices, the reality is that many of its suppliers continue to operate with profit as their primary motivator, perpetuating cycles of ecological harm. And here's the kicker: consumers ultimately pay twice. You save money up front, but the environmental fallout downstream costs you in the long run. Supporting sustainable and local alternatives could be one way to address this, but the question is, will big retailers like Walmart adapt fast enough to meet the growing demand for change? 5. Future shopping trends and what they mean for you. The way we shop at Walmart is changing rapidly, and these trends are shaping the future of your grocery experience, for better or for worse. From automation to shifting product priorities, it's all designed to keep Walmart ahead of its competition. But what does that mean for you? One of the biggest upcoming changes is Walmart's increasing reliance on automation. By integrating AI and robots into its inventory management systems, Walmart hopes to streamline its operations drastically. But here's the catch. Automation prioritizes efficiency above all else. This means high turnover goods are given priority, while fresher and more seasonal items might be harder to find on your next visit. Picture a future where your favorite unique produce options or specialized products are replaced by shelves filled with predictable essentials. It's quick, it's easy, but it's starting to look a lot less diverse. Consumers should also brace for higher prices ahead. Inflation and rising costs in transportation, labor, and raw materials are making grocery shopping more expensive everywhere, and Walmart's low-price model isn't immune. To cope, Walmart may downsize its selection, focusing on budget-friendly basics at the expense of premium or niche products. For shoppers used to variety, this could feel like a step backward, particularly in communities that rely heavily on Walmart as their main source of groceries. Meanwhile, the competition is heating up as more people explore alternatives to the Walmart model. Farmers markets, independent grocers, and even specialized online services are grabbing more attention for their sustainable, high-quality offerings. With more shoppers valuing transparency and ethical production, Walmart may face mounting pressure to clean up its supply chain, not just for ecological reasons, but to keep competitors from stealing loyal shoppers. For you, staying informed is key in this rapidly evolving grocery market. Whether that means keeping an eye on rising prices, diversifying how you shop, or simply asking tougher questions about how Walmart stocks its shelves, your choices will shape where the future of food retail is headed. Walmart's approach to food is changing, but not always in ways that favor the everyday shopper. Whether it's food safety, sustainability, or future trends, these issues affect us all. If this information gave you food for thought, hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into topics that matter to you. Thanks for watching.